Hey, you guys, welcome back to the podcast, the New and Experienced Investor Podcast. We're the podcast that connects real estate investors from all walks of life. Today, I am one of your hosts. That's normal, but I might not be the new guy. So this is pretty exciting. I'm Alex Barnett. Really glad to see you guys today. And today we have a special co-host. The mystery is revealed. We have Stephanie Howarth. How you doing?
I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, so in case you didn't notice, and this probably won't be the last time because Joe loves his cruises. Joe's on a cruise right now. He's going to call in from like 2,000 miles away from the middle of the ocean, and he's going to give us the report on everything that he's doing and the real estate market in Mexico. So I hope he's ready for that.
Field trips, I love it.
Yeah. But before we do that, let's really quick. We have an awesome meetup coming up on Monday. So if you guys are in the Orange County area, if you're even just in the Southern California area, we have people come up from San Diego and come down from LA. But we have a really cool guest. We have Burton from PropStream, and he's going to be coming to our meetup, which we have on the last Monday of every month. It's at Hangar 24. It should be beautiful out. We finally got that weather I've been promising.
It's gorgeous out.
Yeah, it's amazing. So we do it outside. We got a TV set up, and he's going to give a presentation on all the best lists and filters to use when using PropStream. And this is all the stuff that we use to reach out to pre-foreclosure leads, divorce, probate. You can just look up pretty much any distressed situation if you're an investor. But not only that, if you're an agent, you can also find expired listings, people that have been having listings for like a really long time. So maybe you could tee that up when the listing expires. I don't know. There's a lot of lists you can pull as an agent. We're going to find out. I
love PropStream. It's a great way to farm.
Yeah. And it should be pretty cool. It's always exciting when he's there. So let's jump into it. We're going to be talking about some topics that is kind of all the buzz right now.
Nar.
Yeah, nar. It's getting pretty gnar out there. We say that down here in Southern California. It's gnarly, but yeah, it's getting gnar apparently for agents. And I've been seeing both sides, I guess, that it's, I don't know, a good thing, and then it's also terrible, and millions of agents are going to drop off.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, maybe
printing
it'll
season.
be less saturated. Apparently the buyer's agents going away. I don't know exactly the ins and outs, but maybe Joe can kind of fill us in a little bit more.
I am looking forward to his insight because, he's been gone.
Yeah, he's been gone, so we don't know what to do. Like, I haven't eaten lunch in probably 4 or 5 days.
I've lost weight.
Yeah, we've all lost weight. It's good for the figure, but
it's hollow in my cheeks.
Right, yeah. I'm
looking Kate Moss over here.
Exactly. You're going to come back. He's going to be
real estate chic. It's back on.
Right. It's the new thing. Let's go ahead and see if we can reach Joe. And we'll pop him in here. Is he calling in?
We got him. We got him live and direct from the cruise.
All right. Joe, can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Come in.
Ahoy, matey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear
Okay.
you. It's like an old T-Mobile commercial. So, yeah, fill us in. How's it going? What's life like on the cruise ship?
Going good, just like normal. I mean, I've been on probably over 75 cruises in my lifetime, so it's not anything different. And we're currently in Mazatlan, and we came from Realtor yesterday. We're going to Cabo tomorrow, and then back home on Sunday. But it's going well. It's going good. Meeting a lot of nice people on the cruise and on shore as well.
You're prospecting on a cruise.
I think he just means he's meeting people.
If you're a good agent, you should always be prospecting.
There we go. I'm proud of you. There we go. Right answer.
Yeah, you should also be relaxing a little bit too, but we found out Joe doesn't know how to do that. So,
well, my top cruise question for Joe is this what you were working so hard for all these years? Because you think as a new agent, all these young minds that are getting into the real estate industry, they want to get to the point where you're cruising the world like you are, Joe. And is it as it seems?
This is my why. I do what I do, and I love doing it. I love the freedom that it gives me, the flexibility to go lots of places that I normally would not go. That's the biggest thing I like about cruising. I like, being on a cruise ship, 3 meals a day.
Did we lose you, Joe?
More if you're
Man
hungry.
overboard.
I don't know how you can be hungry on a cruise ship. But,
Lifesaver, please.
try this one or this one?
I'm here. I'm here.
I think
Is
we
Alex
might be
trying to
losing
fix
him. We're
something?
having
Can you
some
hear me?
He's drifting away.
audio issues as well.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Grant's in there being second producer. Like, I love it. Thank you.
How about now?
Yeah, it's always tough to get him on there. But I think the other...
Hello.
There you.
Hello.
Okay, we got him back.
Hello.
We got you.
Hello.
We got you. You got us?
Okay.
But I don't know if it may be too echoey is what we're hearing. That's the word in the street. So we may have you call in really quick if we can get any feedback from the producer.
What's the number to call?
Call here. Try this. All right, hang up with Joe.
I hung up on him.
Okay, good.
Sorry about that, guys.
So while we were trying to reach him via cell phone,
Old school.
we are high
Old
tech here.
I don't know what's going
high
on.
tech.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Oh, yeah. It's
It's
okay.
the cruise internet. I mean, we've heard stories that it's not great.
It's not the best. Yeah, we'll
But
see.
I guess to summarize what we're going after
Yeah.
there is that you work hard, and this kind of career, this kind of industry can lead you to a lucrative lifestyle that Joe is actually living out now that he's in his 60s.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you should be able to get there way sooner than that.
Right. But he's a testament to that lifestyle that everyone's working so hard to get to.
That's right. And he
Right?
said 75 cruises, so that's 1 a year since he was born. Is that right? Did I do the math right on that?
He goes multiple times a year.
Oh, okay.
Alex, so why don't we just go to you then?
Yeah.
What are you working so hard for? What's your thing? What's your why?
Yeah, so my thing is I'm trying to convince Lauren to pop out at least one little one.
That takes no money, but anyway.
Exactly, and that's what I'm telling her. And she's like, no, we need to be able to afford health care. And I'm like, don't worry about that stuff. Just let it happen.
I'm so glad Lauren's in your life.
I'm like, just let it happen. We'll figure it out. People do it all the time. But yeah.
Without Lauren, you'd be squatting.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
Because you're good at finding the houses that have the squat.
Right, exactly. So it's like now I know what to look for. All you got to do, and I know the squatter laws, so it'd be free rent all day. Trust me, I've thought about it. So that's one. That's a recent one though. And then just to be able to, I want to be able to go back and do music and record and write and record, have a nice studio, and then be able to travel. It's pretty everybody kind of has the same thing.
You already
I
have
guess.
the boat. Tell me about the boat.
The boat, yeah, that's actually a family boat. No, it's Lauren's stepdaddy has a pretty nice boat, so we took it out yesterday and
Nice.
saw the dolphins and all that stuff.
It's like the taste. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's like the taste of why we're doing what we do.
Yes.
Right? So it keeps you motivated.
Oh yeah. I mean, the flip side of it is it's like because you see everybody after they made it. But I mean, at least now there's more content about. It's the classic, like, oh, I quit my 9 to 5 to do a 24/7. So it's like some days I'm like, is this where like worth it or
how worth it? It's
so worth it. Okay, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And it is. It's like it's really fun. You know, at the end of the day, I get to work with my wife and my friends and all that stuff, and we're always here. It's like just a fun environment here. And then finding the deals, and then it takes time though, and that's the part about real estate is it's a long-term thing, and it really made me start thinking long-term, because before that, when I was in a band, it was like day to day,
paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, paycheck to paycheck. Now you're starting to think like, okay, 5 years, 10 years, you could really change your whole life in 5 years easily, even less than that.
I hope.
So
I hope it's been 2.
Yeah, no, and I don't know. There's people online who have made it, and they say that it's like year 1, you're all excited, get a couple wins. Year 2, you like screw up. Year 3, it gets a little better, but there's still the downturns. So it's up and down, and then trying to just at that point, the consistency pays off. But it's hard to have that foresight and the patience and all that. Mm-hmm. What do we got?
I'm trying to get Joe reconnected.
Okay. So you've got it on a small cord that probably won't fit all the way over here.
It's over here.
Is it on speaker?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys just keep going. I'm figuring it out.
Okay, gotcha. Just the small cord thing. I don't know if that's gonna work. Okay, cool. Yeah. So it's like.
Can you hear them through my?
And then obviously with real estate, it's like it's a long-term play. There's no way around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the flips are quicker, but even then. This last flip that we had took like a year. That's a while.
And it was like waiting to start.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't, we started and now permits are holding us out. It is waiting to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's a waiting room.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And it's just, I mean, the only way to get to it is just kind of showing up every day and doing a little bit as much as you can.
Well, I was talking to one of the success stories today on the phone, and we were talking about leadership. And I always hold true to the motto that leadership sets the tone. And so I think what we have here with Joe, props to him, is that he has the leadership that is generous, not just with his knowledge, but funding deals and getting behind people with a partnership and then his playfulness, his childlikeness. And then it magnetizes you to him. And then Ryan's a great leader. Like, we have great leadership here. And so, I like just being the cheerleader over here going, rah, rah, I'm on the right team.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're out there doing it too. And it's like, you never know when the deal's going to come and where it's going to come from. And that's the hardest part too. Mm-hmm. It's like, especially in the beginning, like that was just like, okay, I'm just dialing numbers and then someone's going to want to sell. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But once you get the taste of it, then you're like,
yeah.
Oh, now I get it. Now I know the magic secret sauce.
Exactly. All right. We got Joe calling in.
Back.
Joe,
Yay.
tell us some good news.
Save the pod.
Tell me you're there. Hello. I got you.
Is that working any better?
It is. So you were telling us your life story. A young boy in Orange County.
Dreaming of
fruit
the ocean.
trees everywhere.
Dreaming of cruising twice a year with his wife.
Tell us more.
I'll say that again because it was garbled.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll give this one more shot, and then because it's an audio podcast as well, we may have to cut it short. But we'll figure out this Wi-Fi thing. But can you give us the breakdown? We're going to be going over some NAR facts and how that's going to affect the market. Give us your 40 years plus experience on how this is going to shake the world.
Okay. So I've been giving this some thought, and I haven't come up with a full plan yet, which is the next thing that I'd like to do with some key members of the staff, basically. At the end of the day, there was probably 10 to 15% of all the agents out there doing 90 to 95% of the business. So this is definitely going to weed out those people who are just kind of playing, I'm a real estate agent, and maybe do 1 or 2 deals a year. It's not going to necessarily be cost effective for them to do that. So the question is, number one, you should market yourself as a listing agent with whatever expertise that you have. And I used to have an old broker tell me that I was not employed until I had a listing agreement signed. And a listing agreement pretty much assures that you're going to get paid a commission no matter what happens in the transaction. You still have that listing agreement and you put it back on the market again. So agents out there have to start figuring out, okay, how do I become a listing agent? And it is literally, in my opinion, it is experience and working hard and showing what your value is to the buyer, because at the end of the day, the buyer themselves they're going to be into paying your commission. So you have to show them value. This was honestly, this was coming for a long time. I could see it by little things that the MLSs, the Board of Realtor, CAR, NAR, everybody was doing. It is, honestly, as an agent, it's so easy to put an offer in on a property that you literally just press a button and they walk you through everything that needs to be on that multi-page contract. So I think the next step for either brokerages or NAR or CAR, whoever is going to take the lead, is to do that for the buyers so that they can just directly put an offer in with the listing agent. And the listing agent is unfortunately going to have to be representing both parties, which I foresee there's going to be lots of problems and issues because you should only have a fiduciary responsibility to one party. And if you're a listing agent, that would be to the seller. So how do you take instructions from the buyer saying, I want to offer less, or I want them to do this, or I want them to do that. And then the seller comes back and says, no, we can't do that. We want you to go back and, you can be as professional as you can, but the fiduciary responsibility, excuse me, is to that listing agent. And now they've decided they're going to put it on both, not only the listing agent to handle the transaction, but also to represent the buyer. So there'll be a short period of time. They said they were going to possibly start this in July of this year. Maybe until the end of the year, until brokerages and buyer agents figure out literally what's going on and how to do that. In July, if everything goes the way they keep telling us, they're literally going to turn off the buyer commission agreement on the MLS. So if you're a seller and or if you're like a flipper like I am, that's awesome because I don't necessarily have to pay the buyer's agent, but the properties that I list are sometimes 2 and 3 hours away from me. I don't want to necessarily go out and show properties, and that's why I rely on buyer's agent to go out and do that. And I pay them a normal 2.5% commission to do that. And then they also represent the buyer to the best of their ability. So to me, it was a win-win situation for everybody, but obviously somebody out there thought that it was different. And so the rules have changed, and we just have to figure out, okay, these are the rules. So how do we go forward and then make things work? And so I think that's the decision that I'm trying to make as head of a brokerage, is to find out, okay, how can this benefit my buyer's agents and not just only my listing agent. My listing agents are very experienced. They know what they're doing. This is not going to be any hardship for them, but mostly the buyer's agents. So how do we retain that talent? and move forward with that. So that's what I'm going to be discussing with some key people when I get back, and we'll go from there.
Well said. I know usually when something like this happens, people get very creative. So there's going to be people who are going to still be buyer's agents, I feel, and come up with some sort of incentive to, incentivize the buyer to pay them, because it is a service. And I was naive, and I think a lot of people are, that they do a lot of stuff. When you're dealing with a buyer, it's the most annoying thing ever.
Emotional.
Yeah,
Let's
it's emotional, and it's just annoying unless they know what they want and they're just like, okay, yes, I like that. But most of the time you're driving them around or you're meeting them at all these places, and
this is all the stuff I like.
Yeah, and showing them all these things, and at the end of the day they're still like, and then they're just like, oh, I'm going to go with somebody else, so they're getting stepped on every step of the way. So I think people are going to still have maybe a white glove service or some sort of service that takes them from A to Z, and that could be worth, a commission still. Thoughts?
Joe?
No, I agree. I agree with everything you said. Absolutely. Boy, where did you get all this knowledge from?
Yeah, exactly. I've just been mainlining your brain for the last 3 years. So
I think one thing that I've learned through this whole experience, I watched the town hall today at 10:30. The buyer brings the unrealized gain. They're making the buyer almost obsolete and unrepresented, right? So I want to talk about that unrealized gain, the inflated, I shouldn't say inflated, the market value of the sellable home is realized by the buyer. So I don't know if Joe can see what we're doing. Alex is dancing.
You can see it all.
So, perfect. I'm glad. So I just wanted to touch on that. I was trained in retail real estate that the seller pays out the buyer agent and the selling agent. But the real truth is the buyer paid the new price of the home. And let's say a homeowner had purchased a home for $100K and now it's worth $900K. How does the seller achieve that $900K if there's no one representing the buyer? So a buyer's going to come in and say, it ain't worth $900K because I have to pay a down payment. I have to pay these new HOAs, right, that are in these master plan communities or new developments, right? And, I guess that wouldn't be a longevity, long-term sell, but you get what I'm saying. They have to do so much up front, and now they have to do a flat rate, membership rate, whatever high-end service rate to a buyer agent, and it's going to end up like there's going to be buyers that are unrepresented. It's a mess, and they're just not seeing the worth of a buyer. And NAR is like caught with their pants down. I think it's hideous, that they're just. Here's one other thing I thought was really cool about the town hall. They mentioned that NAR will be on installment plans, to pay to do this. It's not like one big chunk of money or whatever. So now NAR has to pay dues, which I thought was pretty ironic.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It's funny, yeah.
Wow. Thoughts?
Joe, we miss you.
I kind of heard that in a choppy fashion. There's opinions on both sides. Like I said, after this is implemented, I think there's brokerages that are going to figure out, okay, what do we do? How do we do this? Can we make it easier for the buyer's agent to put an offer in and tell the seller's agent that this is the offer that we have. We can't present it until we figure out what the commission is. Speak with your seller. If they like this and they're willing to pay us 2, 2.5, 3, whatever they want, then we'll send you over the actual offer. And I think that's honestly probably what's going to happen.
But don't you think that's petty?
I do think that the buyer out of all the people that this is trying to help or trying to not help, the buyer's the one that's going to get the worst of it because they're first time, they're not knowledgeable. They have no idea what they're doing. That's what agents are there to present them so that, they don't get taken advantage of. And I think going forward, you're going to see, unfortunately, you're going to see, because human nature is what it is, you're going to see a lot of buyers being taken advantage of. And there may be some lawsuits back and forth, but who knows, honestly, who knows at the end of the day what they were thinking or why. This was a disadvantage to the seller, which it really wasn't at all. I don't ever think it was a disadvantage to the seller. But we'll see. We'll find out.
Love it. Okay. I think we'll let you go, Joe, so you can enjoy the rest of your cruise and you can get outside and smell the fresh air. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
and we'll see you when you get back.
Okay.
Bye.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's a great point.
Thanks.
Is what you're saying, because I talk to these people all day and they think they like a lot of the leads that are coming in right now that we're getting is like the reason they want to sell is to sell without an agent, to sell with no showings, to sell with like all this stuff. And I'm trying to tell, and then they want the top Zillow price above Zillow, and their house hasn't been updated in 20 years. And
Zillow.
Yeah, but I'm just like trying to explain to them, but first they just don't know, and it's not their fault. They just don't know how anything works. And
Imagine that this is during a seller's market. So let's hypothetical switch it to a buyer's market, and now you have all of these, uneducated, uncoached buyers, trying to swing at these high prices. Oh, I'm talking Orange County, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I know, right?
Yeah.
So they're swinging at these ridiculous prices and they can't pull it off. They can't perform.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't know why.
Right. And,
Right?
and it's going to be like kind of like what Joe was saying. I mean, maybe someone's going to come up with an idea to where they can try to make it completely online. And you just like go through and you click and they're just gonna be like, all right, remove all contingencies, no inspection period. I want this house really bad because I fell in love with the picture. And then all of a sudden you get in there and it's not how it pictured, like what it was pictured, or maybe there's something they didn't see.
Disclosed.
Yeah, something not disclosed. And you're like, what's that smell? I can't find the smell.
There's still a dead body in the closet.
So it's like people don't give enough credit and they're going to find out. And
So on the town hall, it reminded me of Stuart Smalley. Do you remember Stuart Smalley? So on the town hall, they were encouraging the buyer's agents to get out there and start marketing themselves in such a way that will be appealing to communicate their value to all these buyer clients that are probably not going to step up and pay them, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, it reminded me of like, you are good enough. You are smart enough. And gosh darn it, people want you. Yeah. It's like, no, buyer clients are going to back off.
Someone will figure it out, but it's always like, how can you provide value? And you will go above and beyond and provide so much value, and they'll still just like step on you. And you're like,
yeah.
Was that worth it?
How worth it?
How worth it? Yeah. But let's take a look at some other people's opinions. Can you click on some of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we got some videos, some shorts real quick.
Love it.
Everyone's got an opinion right now, and nobody knows actually what it's like.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it looks like I don't have...
Joe stole the sound.
He stole the sound. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see
Redo.
if I can get it here.
I think if you go to preferences and then go to audio.
Walk me through it. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
got you.
You guys are the cutest.
Go to audio and then
Main
switch.
stereo.
Yeah.
You guys should have a kid.
Still nothing.
Okay, go to the main audio thing on the Mac.
He's pointing.
Mm-hmm.
And then switch that to.
Oh. Still nothing.
Yada, 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 yada,
I had
yada,
it before
It was
you started
working
touching
before.
everything. Is the audio turned up?
I mean, it's a
Is it
short.
muted on?
No.
All right.
Nothing's muted.
Take it away, Stephanie, really quick. Buy us some time.
All right. Well, if you need someone to represent you that will go the mile, I'm watching these guys juggle this.
I figured it out, yeah.
Reach out to us at H&M Realty, Joe Holmes. We will represent you. Lauren will represent you. I will represent you. We will be top tier representing you as buyer agents.
Keep going.
Okay. Joe at joehomes.com. reach out to us. That's the best name I could think of in the real estate world.
I don't see it like.
I'm improvising. Okay, how about a pirate joke while Joe is on a cruise? Okay. A pirate walks into a bar. He has a steering wheel down his pants. The bartender says, "Why do you have a steering wheel? Shove down your pants." And the pirate says, "Arr, it's driving me nuts." I'm filling time here. I'm doing my best. I got kid jokes. That's all I got.
Okay, maybe I need to relaunch it. Give it another shot.
Another shot.
Nar, nar, nar.
Lots of audio issues today.
Hey,
Hey.
part of it when you're going live.
What do you always say, Al? Don't
What?
hate me. I'm a work in progress.
Yes, that's
Aw,
right.
That's so Christian of you.
Pray for me. Pray for me. It's okay.
Still nothing.
We can still run this thing without the.
Yeah.
See if you can. I don't know. I guess. Yeah, we'll see.
They're all short. So, I mean, do you want to go to some comments?
Yeah, let's go to some comments.
Okay, let's do that.
I didn't write any of this.
Because you're here in person. You get the real life comments. Okay, first up, we have our resident regular, Liz. She says,
Hi.
Hi,
Liz.
All right, keep going. Let's pick up the pace here.
Grant Walker helped us out with the audio earlier.
Thank you.
Nice.
Says,
Thank you,
yo, boys.
Oh, Grant.
Chad saying, let's go ride the roller coaster.
yeah.
Roller
Chad knows
coaster.
about the roller coaster, the ups and
yeah.
downs of the real estate industry.
Oh.
Yeah.
I went off. I'm done. I'm done.
All right. We can, we got a few from Lucas in the chat.
Nice.
He was responding to Joe's whole breakdown.
Cool.
Said, very well said. And then he said, there will be a trial and error throughout this new change.
Mm-hmm.
And the seller will pay for full inspection and we can put together projected numbers. Plenty of opportunities to help them in a new way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree.
I love change. I'm
I know.
always, an advocate for change.
Yeah.
Because change is usually in your favor.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's going to be, because of that. Okay. Lauren is just like, I don't know what happened. Like, had like 6 Trulies before this.
I don't know. I accidentally hit something. And just
Yeah, she like completely went amnesia on how to run
You
this
and
whole
Joe
thing.
wanted to fire me last week, but I think this week is the week. I need to be fired.
I don't know.
You're a keeper.
It's okay. Yeah, but I mean, it's like when these things happen, especially big industry shifts, that's when people, when they figure out some sort of niche, make like a ton of money. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that's going to be, but there's going to be some way to step in there, because someone who's like a buyer's agent that was maybe like questioning their life, and it's just like they're gonna be like, you know what, I'm just,
Every buyer's agent questions their
that's
life.
true. Okay, so all of the buyer's agents, let me rephrase it. All of the buyer's agents who are currently questioning their lives, a lot of them are going to be like, you know what, I'm going to become a hairstylist.
oh, okay, bye.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the ones who stay and are tenacious
Right.
and they understand the pain point, and then they're
Right.
conceptually, having a brain, what is it called? Epiphany.
Yeah.
At 3 a.m., they're going to wake up out of bed and be like, I have it. And
Yeah.
they're going to capitalize on it.
I mean, so let's say you go like, all right, I'll do it for $2,500.
No, I don't think the solution is the buyer's pocket. I really don't think it's going to be the buyer's pocket.
Well, somebody said there's so many different ways to do it, but you could roll that into the loan as well, because sometimes the loan will roll in like closing costs and concessions and stuff. So that could be another thing.
Well, the NAR touched on that, but it's like shame on them. And I never use shame, but
Yeah.
I'm going to say shame on them, because it really is the seller. It's the price of the home that should, and I don't want to use should either. My mom always says, you shouldn't should on people. So
Oh, nice. That's a good,
That's a good one,
That's
right?
a very mom thing.
So I love it. So I'm thinking the solution is in the price of the home.
Right.
So all you creatives out there, genius people, that have epiphanies at 3 a.m., listen to me.
Yeah.
The solution is in the price of the home. And I don't know what the solution is, but that's where the money's at.
Yeah.
The buyer is not going to come up with a down payment, pay the interests that are current right now on a loan, and perform, right? And then pay high HOAs and yada, yada. The list
Yeah.
goes on. The buyer's forking over so much already. So it really needs to come from the seller. Sorry. And I really think that there's a lot of people that are sitting on some sweet profits here in Orange County, and they're the ones belly aching that they have to
and that's
compensate
the annoying
the
part. Yeah.
Yeah. No. And
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's all those memes of like people who bought their houses out here for like 50 grand. And then they're like, why don't you get a job? Because now their house is worth like $1.52 million. And they did nothing. And it was just different times back then.
different times, but there's opportunities.
Yes.
And I think that's what true to your message. There's opportunities out there. If you can put the hustle into it, you can find the opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm always a proponent of just outwork people. I mean, because while most people are sitting there complaining about stuff, you can be thinking of ways to capture all of their possible leads, because they're like, oh God, it's not going to be worth it. How worth it? But it's going to be very worth it. Okay, that's the whole point of this show.
You're going
it's
to
worth
be
it.
in your 60s on a cruise or wherever the F you want to be.
Yeah.
And it's going to be funded because you stuck to the game, stuck to the industry.
Yeah.
Right? Tenacity wins.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the seller can still do that, right? Can't the seller be like, I'll pay for, I don't know, I guess, why would you?
That's what I'm trying to address, is that this NAR thing is now just like, oh, poor buyers, poor buyer agents. Like, no, buyers are essential for you to get the profit that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So you really need to look inward and see the greed.
Yeah.
There's a mirror right now in front of every seller going, how greedy are you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I'm talking to people who like bought their house last year and they think they made $100,000 on it. I'm just like, you just bought this thing. Maybe out here, but I'm talking to people in Florida. I'm like, no, that didn't happen. You didn't just make $100,000 because you sat on it, and that's like your long-term real estate thing.
Yeah. It's exciting to make that much profit in a year, but it really isn't realized until a buyer comes in and coughs up that.
Yeah, exactly. And they did nothing extra to the house. So so I'm just yelling at people all day. That's pretty much
Are
part
you
of
angry?
No,
Are you cranky?
not at all.
I've
no.
never seen Alex upset.
Not at all.
Is this getting under your skin?
These sellers are starting to piss me off. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's all about helping sellers solve problems and bringing value.
Yeah.
That's our number one thing. So that's never going to change.
Okay.
That's me through and through.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that.
That's right. There's no response, really.
Gobsmacked.
But it's on everybody's mind. But I think we're already done talking about it, I guess, because everyone's
it's
talking
not
about
done.
it. It's not
No,
done
no.
because people are gonna be freaking out the closer that it gets to July.
It's still going to be, what's the other? I posted something about the vocabulary lesson of today is cooperative compensation. And it's always been that.
Yeah, I know.
Right? It's just dictated by the listing
Right.
up until now. And now it's like, now what they're proposing is that buyer's agents beg for a commission while they're trying to get their offer in.
Right.
It's petty.
Yeah, it is petty.
But people are going to still talk about this. It is what it is. It still is a very negotiable term and part of the offer. They're just the mechanism of which to get it to the listing table is stupid.
Yeah.
Do you think buyer's agents are going to start approaching seller's agents asking for a split of their commission that they are making? As
Possibly.
in, like, after the deal, like, I'm bringing a buyer, you're getting 3%, I want 1% of that.
You got no offers right now.
Yeah.
Instead of approaching the seller or their own buyer. Just go straight to the agent.
I think that's a great point. And let's consider a buyer's market. Because you say that in a seller's market, like, here we are, buyer's agents going, please, please look at our offer. Please, please give me a commission, right? But flip it. Like, sellers are going to be like, no one's looking at my properties because you don't give a buyer. Well, give us an incentive. Give us an incentive to incentivize the process for the buyer's agent. I don't know.
I mean, that's what people do when we're wholesaling. It's like, you got the seller, I'll bring the buyer. Let's split what we make.
I love our industry. I love our transactions because everybody wins. Like, even Madeline was saying how it was such a relief to her transaction out in Chabuca Canyon, and now the homeowner is like relieved. Yeah. And the buyer's relieved, and it's just great.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fun process.
Yeah. Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. Come over to the light side.
Yeah.
Speaking of Madeline, we got her in the chat right now.
Oh, hello.
She says, nice to meet you by phone today, Stephanie. Thanks for your advice on whether or not to get my real estate license as an investor. It gave me a lot to think about.
Yay!
Nice. Yeah, we're trying to get Madeline on the podcast because she got her first deal and it was an awesome, really good, really, really, really good OC deal. OC sub 2 deal. Like, I got people hitting me up every day for that. They're like, if you can find me a property on the beach, 0 down, 0% interest, I'd be willing to pay you $5,000 for your hard work.
That's me. I'm the one hitting him up about that every day.
I'm like, sure, yeah, of course. No, I'll keep an eye out. But
that's a testament to the opportunities are there. Madeline found it, right?
Yeah, she found it.
We got Joe in the chat, so he's still here with us.
He's alive. Take Lorraine to the buffet, Joe. If you can hear me.
Excursion. I wanted to hear about his
He's
excursions.
watching everything. But he says buyer's agents need to learn how to wholesale properties like Alex and stop paying for leads.
Oh.
But I would say to that, Joe, that the leads still cost money to wholesale too.
Yeah.
I'm paying so much for leads right now. But it's just part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks,
it's
Joe.
Part of it. Yeah.
We miss you.
He's got a couple more for you.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Joe's going to blow up the
We
chat.
want souvenirs.
Calling back to a lot of agents leaving the industry and becoming hairstylists. He says it takes a lot longer to be a hairstylist than an agent.
That's right. He told me that. It takes a lot longer to become a hairstylist than it does to become a police officer.
Not unless you go to Costco and get a Dyson hair wrap.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, and just do it out of your garage. Problem solved.
Your own hair.
Yeah. You're fine.
And then he was also saying,
old joke.
I can bring Alex a Hawaiian shirt if he's run out.
Yeah.
Ren Spooner, let's do it.
Do it. Size L.
Joe, you had a pretty nice Hawaiian shirt on.
Yeah,
today.
size L, wherever you're getting them. They probably have a Hawaiian shirt shop.
What about me? Chop liver over here.
Yeah. No, let's do it. All matching. That should be the
H&M
embroidered
Christmas
H&M.
photo.
Yeah, exactly.
We all need MAGA hats. I wanted to wear a MAGA hat that said, with an F, make flipping great again.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nice.
We should do that.
Any more from Joe? That's it? That's all he's got?
I mean, that's all he's got.
Tables have turned. He's in the comments section.
Oh.
Look at the chair I'm filling.
That's a big chair.
How's that chair? Pretty comfy.
Well, I must say to Joe through the pod, I had to call Ryan and pick his brain this week because Joe's MIA. And I had some questions. So we need you back.
Yeah.
No rush, but we need you back now.
Yeah. No rush, but every deal's falling
And
apart.
Ryan's
It's all good.
wonderful. Ryan
it's fine.
filled your shoes well.
Just enjoy yourself, but every deal is blowing up right now, but it's fine.
You might have a deal that's blowing up.
Joe said the shirt he was wearing on the stream today, it's a Tommy Bahama that he purchased here. He's in Mexico for $15.
Ooh.
And the guy he bought it from said it fell off the truck.
Ah, perfect.
There you
I will
go.
take one. Thank you. Nice.
That is his motif, Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not here, so why not poke fun at him, even
Yeah.
though he's listening?
Light roast.
What brought you and Joe together? Like, tell me some memorable, descriptive, illustrate the day for us.
Yeah. Well, basically, when I was getting into it, I knew I had to find a mentor, because that's like the whole thing on Bigger Pockets is like, you got to find a mentor. You got to find a mentor. I don't know how to do that. I've never done that before. So I started like thinking, okay, how can I provide value? I know how to play guitar. That's my skill. How do I provide value? At that point, I basically made like probably 50 videos on YouTube. So I was like, okay, that could be my angle.
What was the content? What was the...
Making fat beats in my room.
Nice.
So yeah, trap reggae beats. So I made like 50 videos. So I actually reached out to another guy.
Are you that kid's like dancing in my room,
Yeah,
spinning my feet?
I think so.
Is that you?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I digress. Keep going.
So yeah, I reached out to a guy that was actually up by me, and I was like, hey, I'll do your YouTube channel for free. All I want to do is like learn from you. And then he never really, I think he responded, but he was like, no, I'm good. You know, like, oh, okay.
It's kind of like dating.
Yeah. No,
Kind of
it's
just like, how about this? And then, no, not for me.
yeah. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So I think I reached out to a few other people, and then I went to Joe's. I think he had the monthly meetup on Zoom, and so I just went there. Was just quiet, and then he called me out. He was like, Alex, why are you here? Like, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to learn how to flip properties, but I don't know anything. He's like, all right, come to the office.
So cool.
Yeah, it was.
It's serendipitously cool.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, it's really cool. And then that first day, we were like comping, and then we went out to his properties he was flipping, him and Ryan at Laguna Woods.
Oh, that's always Laguna Woods field trips
Yeah.
are my most unfavorite. Yeah, that's great.
And then, yeah, from there, I was like, let me help you do your YouTube. And he's like, okay. You know, he's like, yeah, that's fine. And then I just did
rad.
that. I just kept doing it. It didn't stop.
And now he sees the why behind it. I mean, he's so into like producing content now and having
Yeah.
it there, and like
Yeah.
he sees the magic behind having that.
Yeah, and he still I mean, I need to be doing it more, but like I mean at this point I need to get an editor. Like we're filming a lot, but then the editing it just takes a lot.
Here's you have a captive audience, you know.
Yeah. If you know how to edit videos and you want to learn how to flip real estate, make millions of dollars, reach out to me.
Where can people find you, Alex?
They can find me on Instagram at This Is Alex Barnett.
Awesome.
Yeah. So thank you.
Where
Yeah,
can they
Stephanie's
find
good
you, Stephanie?
On Bumble.
at Swipe.
Just kidding. I don't use that app because I would have to ask.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm on the other ones. Just kidding. I don't pay for anything because I'm a realtor.
On the free ones. Okay.
I need referrals. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Big time.
Okay.
So I'll ask for free referrals right now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You want to have some fun looking at homes? I love showing homes.
Yeah. So what about like open houses?
I like open houses, but you know, this is where buyers come in and they don't give you accurate information.
I know.
And they just want to kick tires. They don't want to.
People just do that
Especially
for fun.
Yeah, right. It's like seeing new decor, and you know,
Yeah.
the wife pulled the husband dragged them out of the house on Sunday,
Right.
kind of thing. So they're really not that motivated, especially in this market, seller's market, where the rules are hard to understand. They just don't have the courage. I need buyers with courage.
And these buyers don't even show up with these people that are represented, is what I found.
How do you mean?
Well, we did an open house, and so we would try to find out if they had an agent. And so they're walking the open house, and they're like, "Yeah, I have an agent." And I'm like, "Well, where are they?"
Yes.
So they're like, "Oh, they're." And then one lady showed up like super late, like
The
came
agent?
running. Yeah, the agent.
Yeah.
And so it's after that. I think we did like 2 weekends of that. I was like, I don't think we do open houses.
It hasn't been valuable in this market since 22 when I was licensed in 22 and started doing open houses, that fall, like early fall. And it was like the attendance of open houses dropped, and like I think attendance has come back up, but it's more of an entertainment, like something to fill their weekends with now. No one's really serious anymore.
I went to one where they had champagne.
Yeah.
Did you go to that one? There was like a Hummer parked outside.
it's
Like,
a-
no, it was a Lamborghini.
It's a violation to serve alcohol.
No, it was apple juice.
Sure. Martinelli's.
Martinelli's,
Sparkling.
yeah, the sparkling.
But I think once we have a cycle change, I keep going back to this, like we've been in such a holding pattern for so long, right? In this seller's market and this interest rate issue. And I think once we see some change and we see different buyer behavior, then open houses would be worth it.
How worth
Worth it, right?
Yeah.
But it's just right now, it's just limping along, and there's no incentive.
The buyer's like, okay, I want it. Never mind.
Yeah, and then they can't perform.
Yeah.
And the financing part is hard. So
You can't perform.
the impotence
Of
of
a
the
buyer.
industry. Aw.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
But-
once we get change, I think we'll see some activity and
Yeah.
some truthfulness in buyers at open houses.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing a big boom in mobile homes.
Tell me why? Because
it's affordable.
I found one without a land lease.
Yeah.
I'm barking up that Leeds
Yeah.
tree, but
Nobody knows what to do with it. They're like, how do I
this one is
comp
Capo
it?
Beach,
Oh, yeah. It's co-op.
and there's no land lease. It's $350, and it has fruit trees. And I'm like, bada boom, bada bing,
Yeah.
let's get a buyer.
Yeah.
Right? But the lead's like holding their cards to their chest, and we don't know when we're gonna make it available.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we know about it. But tell me why mobile homes have taken such a big swing. And don't say because it's affordable, because there's something else. There's got to be something else.
I think that's literally it. But you can make them nice. I think it's the only thing. If you search under 500,000, that's all that's popping up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but there are, like, I have a buddy who basically he'll take the old mobile home off of the land. All the utilities are on there, and then he'll bring a brand new one.
Ooh.
Yeah. A brand new 2023 Fleetwood.
So you get all your friends to buy the park, and then you have your commune.
Oh, yeah. I don't believe in communism, but
Not
that's
com-
fine for
It's
some
not
people.
communism.
All our friends work here in the office, so
Are you guys introverts?
Pretty much.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah, pretty much. Unless they have to.
You come across.
Well, we
I
get
have
on
to.
stage. It's like we get on stage and we enjoy that, but at the same time, it's the most terrifying thing you've ever done.
I would say Alex isn't really an introvert, but
Yes, I am. I'm scared right now. I'm scared right now because I know people are watching.
You guys are fascinating people because you express as an extrovert,
okay.
but you like to be alone.
Yes.
You get re-energized by being alone.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I think Joe's an extrovert. Ryan, I
Yeah.
don't know. What do you think Ryan is?
Ryan's pretty introverted, I think.
He's chill.
Yeah.
He's chill. Michaela's introverted.
Yep.
I think that's why Joe and I are just like pals.
Mm-hmm.
Field trip. Let's go.
Yeah.
Field trip. Let's go. Lunch. All
Yeah.
right. Let's do it.
Yeah. And then he'll come back and he's like, oh, they were only serving sandwiches. I'm like, what? You thought you were going to get
Yeah,
like
but
a
proof.
top of the line thing for free?
Truth be told, I got a lead from that lunch and learn.
You did.
So cold
Nice.
sandwiches are worth it.
That is.
Yes.
Okay.
So, there's like a Carlsbad fixer. It's a 1.2 with an ARV at 1.8.
1.2, the elusive 1.2.
Yeah, and they want to take it to market. And I'm like, no, you don't. We want to give you the best terms, all that you want.
Yeah.
You know, tell us what you want so we can get in there. So, and now I'm broadcasting it to the world.
1 bedroom, 2 bath.
No.
1.2 million.
Okay.
Did you not?
You said
I'm sorry.
1,
Am I
2.
talking too fast? I'm not used to pod.
No. You said
he didn't
1,
get
2,
it.
and I was like 1 bedroom, 2 bath. Interesting.
Yeah. You want to live in Carlsbad? That'd be perfect for you guys. I think there's a Tesla plug-in.
That's what I was like. How does that work? Explain to me the layout of this, like 2 bathrooms, 1 bedroom.
Bathroom downstairs and then
Oh,
ensuite
yeah.
upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
She's figured it
Yeah,
out.
that makes sense.
She's so smart.
Yeah.
She should
That's good.
procreate.
So it's 1.2.
Okay, so it's 1.2 and the comps are between 1.6 and 1.8. I don't have the house number. I only have the street number. So that's the comps. And then surrounding those comps are 2.5, 2.8. I'm talking price still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
2 bedroom, 8
it's
bathrooms.
It's not like
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. It's like, what are these
we are
layouts
running
down
off
there?
the rails.
Okay.
That's what happens when Joe's gone.
I know. The cat's away, the mice will play.
Yeah.
Right?
He's
Okay.
roasting me from the other side right
Is
now.
he?
He
Oh,
is?
tell
What's
us a
he
comment.
saying about the
He said-
producer?
Lauren, don't forget the outro this time.
Oh, yes. See?
forget it every time.
I know. I think we switched it, so
What
there's
a
really no
nag.
excuse.
Switched it.
Okay. That's good. So, like, this is a lead. Tell me about that. This
Okay,
off-market
so-
lead.
We went to this lunch and learn. He had cold sandwiches, but it was totally worth it. And at the end of the lunch and learn, I said, anyone have off markets? Right. And so we went around the room and they were talking. And this one was the best off market that we heard. Like Joe and I perked up. And then we walked out of there. Joe was like, he ain't going to cough up that information. He's never going to cough up that information. Like he just like was teasing us all. Right. Like did look good. Peacock. Right. I'm an agent. I'm busy. I'm productive. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right. And so lo and behold, I nurtured it.
Yeah.
And then he got back to me and he's like, we're coming on. I mix up my leads sometimes.
Oh, it's like coming soon.
No, we're coming on. They're moving out. It's a fixer. It's a grade C.
Ooh, nice.
Right. And he's like, here's the street name and you can run comps. And I'm like, can we get on property before you hit the market? Can we get on property?
Yeah.
Right. Like just let us on.
Yeah.
Right. And so it just goes to show you there's opportunities everywhere and you have to be the squeaky wheel that gets the grease.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're going to go on market anyway, though. Or do they want to?
No, I'm going to, like I tried with Nelly Gale, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I just keep hitting it hard saying, hey, we want to get on property. We want to see it. We want to intercept this from auction, you know, and we keep trying. Sometimes the answer is no. Like Nelly Gale, they're like, no, we're still going to check the, you know.
They're still
see
going to
what-
go on market.
Yeah, they're in Orange County. Do you blame them? You know, they're
No.
probably going to get top dollar,
Yeah.
you know, freeway close, prestigious, you know, neighborhood.
Okay.
So, but this Carlsbad one, you know, we'll just try the same method. It might not work with Nelly Gale, but it might work with Carlsbad. So we'll just try to get on property, and our buyers are ready to go, and they'll present strong terms, you know, to make it seem like it is, well, to make it convenient for them to go, oh yeah, that price is actually good for not having to offload the personal belongings from the property. And, you know what I mean? Something like that.
all the other value. Because you can provide
Value
value
adds, yeah.
beyond price.
Yes.
There's a ton of different ways.
Yes.
Depending on the person's situation, but it's just getting the agent on board because then they're gonna be like, well, let's just
agent is
go
the
on
gatekeeper.
market because I can get a fatter commission.
Yeah, and they hope
can
to
do more
double end it, and they've already marketed it off market, you know, and they probably like, well, we can put it on the market, and then I can bring in my buyer, and then we have the double ended thing, you know. So you never know, and he wants the competitive edge of a seller's market with multiple buyers making multiple offers.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't blame them. It's nothing. I'm not offended.
No,
you
no,
can't be
that's the
offended
name
in
of the
this
game.
industry, right?
No, God, no.
If you are, get out because
Yeah.
we need room in here.
Yeah.
Make your way.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I want to build out my direct to agent marketing apparatus.
Tell me about
because
that.
Right now, we're direct to seller, and I enjoy that because you're just dealing one-on-one with a homeowner. So then you can, okay, what's your motivation? I can solve that problem. But at the same time, agents can bring you multiple deals. Like once you're done dealing with a seller, and I've done that transaction, I'm most likely not going to buy or something from them again. They've moved on. The direct to agent, it's a different sort of conversation, just because they're just like, give me the numbers. Does it work? Yes, no. You don't really get the motivation from them, which is like hard for me to sort of navigate and try to figure out how to solve their problem. But some people, that's all they do, and the reason is they nurture those relationships, and then the agent will bring them multiple deals. If they know you're a buyer that can perform, like if this guy's like works with you, we close quick. Now he's got another one. He's like, oh, I got the perfect buyer for you. And then he's just offloading these to you. Maybe it's different in California, maybe not.
Well, don't forget, your very first wholesale deal was an agent.
I know.
Direct to agent deal.
I know. You're right. Yeah. I called her and I was like, hi, I'm a cash buyer. Do you have any, I've been flipping for a while. And then she's like, oh, that's okay. Tell me more about that. And I was like, yeah, it's me and my wife. And then she called me back like 2 weeks later, like, hey, I have this property. I need a cash offer. I drove by it. I sent it to Joe. He's like, yeah, we want that.
The main motivating factor in that deal was that it wasn't probate, but it was being inherited, and the kids just kind of wanted to wash their hands of it.
Gosh.
And there were tenants that Joe and Ryan took over and were able to do cash for keys with.
They're
so
so
they
good
didn't
at that.
disrupt the tenancy and all.
Well, and the tenants had been paying like, I don't know, $1,000 because the dad never raised it. It's like a 4-bedroom house in Carson, and they were paying like $1,000. And then they were like, well, we want to try and buy this house. We've been living here forever. But the agent kind of saw, they're probably not going to be able to perform.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why she called me back, but the rest is history.
If anybody has rich people in their life that want to hand over a house because they are not interested in it anymore, I'll be adopted.
Yeah.
I'm looking for an inheritance.
Yeah. I mean, and they got $500,000 for the house.
And they had to split it between siblings.
Yeah, between a couple
like
of them. But
3
you
or 4.
get, they live down in San Diego. They're like, let's make $250,000 real quick.
No problem.
Yeah, super simple.
Yeah.
So
Must be nice.
that's what I'll do for my kids, even though no one did that for me.
Joe did it for you.
Oh yeah, no,
Shut
Joe.
your mouth.
No, Joe did it, but I'm not getting any of like Joe's houses.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
but you're
saying.
getting his.
I want
partnership
money
and-
for free.
Oh,
What don't
yeah,
you
yeah,
get?
Yeah. I'm in agreement with you. Yeah, sign us up.
I'm just kidding. I
Maybe
don't believe
Joe.
in that.
Stephanie Holmes. Alex Holmes. Can we be adopted? Lauren, do you like that last name? Holmes. Hey, don't we have one more slide to show?
Oh,
What is it?
Are we showing
that's
it?
right. Yeah, I forgot. I don't have it queued up.
Oh,
but
never mind.
I can probably find it. Just tell me what it is.
it should be in the documents, and it's a picture. I didn't put the bottom part
That's
on
okay.
it, but yeah,
Still-
we can still show it though.
Oh no.
So look for it. Okay, it's in documents. It may say like
Screenshot.
This
No.
is the marketing campaign that
it
I
may
would
say
like to
Joe knows or something like that.
Oh yeah, I got
Yeah.
it. I got it.
push. Yeah.
Okay, so
Here we go.
yeah, I don't know how we put it.
Well, we
onto
need
the
it. We need a marketing
screen.
because the guy has such.
Okay,
Blow it
so
up. Blow it up.
Joe knows.
I'm like, Joe, you have such a great name for real estate. Joe
Yeah.
Holmes.
And so yeah, Stephanie was like, Joe
Did
knows
you make that stuff?
everything. No,
Well,
I
he
did.
photoshopped it for me, but
Yeah.
my slide says Joe knows.
We haven't showed him yet. I hope he's still watching.
Joe, I had nothing to do with this.
I don't know.
Can
if
you put it on
see
full
it.
screen for
Yeah.
the pod?
Can you do the share screen or whatever? The
Last time I
computer.
did that, it didn't work,
How
but
old were
let
you
me
when this ad
try.
came out? You were like a little peanut, weren't you?
No, I was like, yeah, it's probably I don't know. It's
8
in
or
the
9?
80s
It's
or 90s.
pushing 90.
Okay, yeah, so probably like I don't know 10.
Yeah. So you knew Bo
But I know,
Jackson.
yeah, Bo Jackson was
Did you see
amazing.
him run into the tunnel?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, you don't. Okay.
Well, I just remember everybody wanted to be Bo Jackson. He played football, baseball, and his Bo knows everything. And there was a cartoon with him in there.
There was a cartoon?
Yeah. It was like him, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan.
Oh.
It was sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like Bo knows.
Yeah.
So.
And Joe knows Holmes.
Yep.
I'll put it on the computer.
I want T-shirts.
There we go.
We love you, Joe.
We made that for you.
Joe, Joe just said, "Who is Bo?"
Bo Jackson.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah. Bo Jackson, Joe Jackson.
Right after this, there was all the guys who were on roids that did like the home runs.
Yeah.
Do you remember that McGuire
Yep.
and Canseco?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good.
That was a good era.
That was a good era.
It's like
Home
phenomenal
run
things.
derby.
Yeah, phenomenal things were happening in the sports world.
Yeah.
In those years.
Are you into sports at all?
I have 3 boys.
Oh, okay.
So
Are they into sports?
Yeah.
Okay,
and we're
nice.
all athletes.
Oh,
you know?
great. That's
yeah,
good.
I was a swimmer, lifeguard, and my boys all played rugby
Okay.
and American football. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, my daughter's in gymnastics and hip hop.
Okay. Heck
We're all
yeah.
active.
There you go.
Yeah. What about you?
Love it.
What did you grow up doing?
I did like Pop Warner, did baseball, but
So
up
you
to a certain point.
You could be in that picture.
Yeah, except without the 6-pack and more of a gut. But I pretty much played baseball until it was like whenever the hormones kicked in, and then all of a sudden it's like 7th grade, and this freaking 7th grader can throw a 90-mile-an-hour ball. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm done.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like,
you
I
can-
like guitar now. I'm an artist. So
You were always an artist. Now you found your core.
yeah.
Your
Well,
core
and then
talent.
I quit football senior year because I was just always practicing and being in
Yeah.
a band. And my coach was like, "You're gonna regret that for the rest of your life."
Do you regret that? Alex?
Hell no.
What do you need to tell me the coach's last name?
I don't remember.
That's
But-
how meaningful it was.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, "Am I gonna regret this?" Nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's my senior year. I
Yeah.
have senioritis.
Exactly.
What was your position in football?
Fullback?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just getting smashed. It was basically like a dummy for the A team.
Yeah.
So like CTE for sure, because some of the drills it's like you just running at each other full speed, and it
Yeah.
would be like the A team, and they're like, we don't want these guys to get hurt, so bring in the B string
Yeah.
and let's just smash.
And you're not even
them,
carrying
like-
the ball?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No. It was
Getting
bad.
hit for no reason.
Yeah, so I was like,
Just
what am I
blocking.
doing here? But
Protecting the ball.
then I was in a band, and everyone thought it was cool.
Okay, so how many band names have you processed through?
Oh God, yeah. Band names are like the bane of every band's existence.
I
'cause
want
you're
T-shirts.
like,
I just want T-shirts
you
of unknown
think
band names.
That
That'd
it's
be great.
cool.
I have T-shirts I can give you.
Oh,
we
I-
have
yes.
so many
Yeah.
T-shirts. Yeah.
Also, Joe is asking us to wrap it up because it's almost dinner time on the cruise.
Okay.
So, any final thoughts on the NAR ruling, and then we'll send it off from there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're over time. All right. This was fun.
Poor
It
Joe.
flew by.
He's on a
Yeah. he's-
itinerary.
Yeah. He's got the FOMO. Yeah, we'll be here next week. We got the meetup on Monday.
So exciting.
Yeah, and then Joe will be back in studio, regular schedule, and we'll just keep you posted on what's to come.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, it was
Have
a
me
blast.
back. I love it.
Yes. So we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
If you want some more advice on real estate investing, reach out to us one-on-one.